Hey, and welcome to We Find Joy. My name is Brittany, and on this channel, we are unapologetically living a joyous life boldly. Today, we are going to be closing out our paycheck number one for the month of October and then budgeting our paycheck for the second week of October. I hope I said week the last time. I can't remember. I haven't done one of these videos in a really long time. Y'all, we are doing good with our consistency. Two snaps to that. How are you doing with your budget? Let's see how I did. Let's see if I'm over budget, right on budget, over budget. And yeah, it's going to be fun. And it's really helping me to get my life in order when it comes to my finances. So yes. Are you ready? Let's go. So if you are not subscribed to the B fam, if you want to join the Joy fam and have fun over here, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We are doing all things that is bringing us joy, and finances is a huge part of that. So that is what we're going to be incorporating into our lives to get our life on track and to bring happiness into our lives. Because you can't do the things that bring you happiness if you don't have the money and you're not smart with your money and you're not in control of your money. So that is where we are at. And yes, you probably hear my voice. I am not sick. This is just my morning voice. I haven't talked much yet this morning. And so probably throughout the video, it will go away. I get it from my dad. He has a morning voice too. Again, it will go away. I am not sick. But doesn't it sound pretty cool? It's like a little raspiness that I get and then it goes away. So anyway, all of that's to say, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at how we did last week, because that's going to help us budget how we're going to do this week, right? Like, we might need to make some changes. We might need to move and shape a little bit differently. So what I have been doing, and if I'm honest with you, I wasn't consistent about doing this every day, but I did go back on Friday and go through all of our budget and all of our expenses to see like where everything fell. So this is my expense tracker for the first, since October 1st. But the main thing that we are talking about is the first real paycheck of the month, which is week 2. Because the way I do it, it's whenever the first paycheck that you get. So if you look at the calendar for October, just so no one's confused, well, actually, no, that's a lie. We are doing the second paycheck. So right now we're doing, no, wait, I did do it right. Never mind. I did it right. We're talking about, if you see it here, it starts October 1st, but that wasn't necessarily in the first paycheck of the month, because that would have been, that Friday before would have been September 27th. So the way I do it is whatever first Friday of the month, that's when I say that's the first paycheck of the month, if that makes sense. So this first paycheck of the month was from the 4th through the 10th. And so you see I've kind of aligned it where this, you'll see I've marked it where the second paycheck of the month ends. And then the 11th, that Friday, starts then second paycheck of the month. I know it sounds kind of confusing. I hope I didn't confuse y'all. But what I did is I went through our bank statements and tracked down every expense that we have, because the best way to see where you're spending your money on is to track your expenses. And that tracking your expenses can help you when you budget to realize, okay, I'm not budgeting enough in this one area, or I'm budgeting way too much in this one area, or I'm spending too much in this one area and I need to bring it back down, or I have a little bit more wiggle room in this area and I can increase it a little bit more. And you'll see that that actually is going to happen for us this paycheck. So as you can see, I originally was like, for things, the way that I'm kind of doing my categories is before groceries, gas, miscellaneous, bills, and personal. And am I missing it? Let's just like look back at the beginning. So groceries, eating out, gas, personal, miscellaneous, and then bills. So those are the categories that all of our expenses will fall into. So there's 6 categories. And based on what the expense was, that's what the category is. So for example, for the first expense of that paycheck, the first paycheck is a car wash. Now my husband has a car wash membership that we pay for, so that's a bill. But then he went and got his car wash at another car wash. Like, I got to tell him, like, just go to the one that we pay money for. So that is a personal expense, and personal is in this like orangey color. Now Chipotle, my husband got, now I first put it as personal, but I'm actually putting it as eating out, because anything that's food related that's not groceries is going to be considered eating out. But I did indicate like who did it. So if it was my husband, I put his initial. If it was me, it was my initial. Groceries, you'll see, is in this color. Again, for me, I took my two sons to Rita's McDonald's and I got Chipotle, and I was like, oh, that's personal, but actually no, it's eating out. So I had to kind of put the purple on there for me to remember when we do our calculations. All of that is to say that when you look at these two pages, what color do you see the most? It's purple. Purple, we ate a lot of eating out. So let's actually see what that equates to. So what I am doing is I have this weekly check-in. So every week that I'm doing the budget, I give myself a budgeted amount of money for each category, right? I'm not going to calculate out the bills, because I'm already doing that on my fixed expenses of the budget, and those things have to come out no matter what. But what I really want to track is how much we're spending on these other categories. Okay, so what we are going to do is now calculate, because what we're going to see is I budgeted out $100. How much did we actually spend on those expenses? Oh, y'all, are you ready? I haven't done, actually, let me bring you back out so you can actually see a little bit more. Okay, so, all right, so just so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. All right, so for groceries is in this blue color. So for this paycheck, so I'm only looking at the 2 section. Let's see. The groceries is here, $41.27 plus we did Aldi, $88.30 plus so for groceries, household stuff's in that too, but which I think I might do a separate category for household, because I'm finding that I think I kind of want to separate it out, but I'm not. So for right now, it's just going to go in the grocery one. Giant, $53.52. Dag, I am already over. Woo, goodness gracious. And then, oh wait, no, that's for the third one. So for this, is that right? That sounds like a lot. Let me just double check. So $41.27 plus $88.30 plus $28.36 plus $53.52 equals. So I've gotten 2 different numbers every time. See, this is why I like to do things in an Excel spreadsheet first, because the numbers are always right. $28.36 plus $53.52. Okay, so I don't know I'm just gonna go with the $211.45. Okay, so yeah, we're already over. Oh Lord. Okay, so groceries is the first one. The second one is eating out, and this one's gonna be the doozy one. I already know. All right, eating out. Let's see. And again, eating out is all the purples. So $13.50 plus $7.75 plus 15 plus $13.52 plus $21.50 plus $14.31 plus $25.99 plus $21.58 plus $9.93, and then it'll be this one plus $18.62. $161.70. And I'm not even gonna do it again. Whatever it is, that's what it's gonna be, because there's no time to keep, which maybe I'll go back and double check later, but not right now. Okay, eating out's that one. Personal, let's see. Which I guess personal is the orange. All right. So for personal, $10.60. Oh, we don't really have a lot of personals. Oh, 33 plus 20 plus 20. That's it. So $83.93. $83.93. All right, and then gas. So for gas, it is the green. So $29.90 plus. Oh, so I think I'm the only one that got gas this paycheck, because my husband got gas Friday, but that'll go on the next one. So $29.90. It's actually not too much for. All right, and then miscellaneous. We do have a miscellaneous one. Oh, that was up here. Maybe I don't have miscellaneous. Let me see. Do I have any? No. And the miscellaneous is a pink, and I don't know where it's at. I got to find the pink one. So we didn't spend anything on miscellaneous. And then, so yes, that is our, I think we got everything, because I'm not doing the bills. And that's here. So yeah. All right. So if I missed something, well, we'll see. All right. So with that, we're going to put in our numbers. So we budgeted $100 for groceries, and I need like a red one. That's what I need. That's definitely not a word. $241.45. So how much are we over? Woo! Minus 211.41. We're over negative 111.41. Y'all, we did a lot on groceries. Oh my gosh. Which is like, girl, you know groceries are expensive. So again, as I'm tracking it, like, you're gonna have to give yourself a little bit more money for groceries. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. We budgeted $50 for eating out and $161. Like, y'all, clearly I was not budgeting right. And that's the nice thing about budgeting. It's like, let's actually see. Dag, another 111. That's like our number for the month, it seems. I mean, for the week. Personal, we budgeted 50 minus 83.93. So 83.93. So we were under 33.93. And then for gas, 100 minus 29.90, we actually made some back, which is good. So we had money left over, which was good, which was 70. I need to take this out because this piece is bothering me, and we didn't spend any on there. So let's move these numbers over to our budget from first paycheck budget. All right, so we'll go through this in a second. So the groceries here, we were over 111.41. This is eating out is 111.70. Gas was 33.93. Oh, wait, that's not what it is. Y'all, I need to put the actual number. My bad. Hold on. The actual numbers are these. Here. Eating out, groceries, $211.45. Eating out is $161.70. Gas was $29.90, and personal was $83.93. Miscellaneous was 0. Okay, so now we have to go in and calculate how we did this month. So the starting balance is always going to be the same. So what is our actual budget that we did for the first paycheck of October? Okay, so here, Expedia, all of these are the same except for this one. I actually didn't pay for the conference or do the conference, so but there were some other, yeah, actually now I do need to go in. 1866. So this one is actually 0 because I didn't do it. So I'm not going to the conference, but we did have some other bills that I didn't account for this month, remember? So Apple, I'm just going to put all of Apple in together because there's another Apple one. So I'm going to just put Apple on one line, but I'm going to just calculate them out. So 1801 plus 2436 plus 1586. And the problem that I'm finding is these typically are earlier in the month, but they didn't come out until later. So that's kind of what I got to figure out moving forward. Like the date that they are due is, let's say, the 1st, but it doesn't come out of my account. Okay, maybe like the 4th, but it doesn't, or yeah, the 1st, but it doesn't come out of my account until later in the pay period. So I don't know. I got to figure that out. All right. And then another Apple down here was 1483. That was Expedia, Toyota, car wash, and then our car wash. Did I have the car wash on here? No. Okay, so Apple here, I know I'm all over. So Apple, we didn't budget for, and it was $73.06. So I got all of those, and then, so got this one. I'm just going to put a dot next to them to make it. I already did that one, already did that one. Did this one over here, and then did this one, and then the other one is our car wash. This is 1995. Car wash. Oop, I didn't have that in the budget. Here, 1995. All right, so now let's go in and calculate. So we originally totaled $2,144.23, but now it's going to be, I'm just going to do it on this side here. Can you see it? Okay. I guess you don't need to be that close. All right, so 225.70 plus 260.77 plus 790 plus 518.67 plus 73.06 plus 19.95. All right, so that gives us $1,799.04. Let me just do that one more time. Okay, perfect. All right, so now what we have to do is take our actual and subtract it by our total. So that's going to be 2507.68 minus 1799.04. So that gives us $708.64. There we go. We'll do it one more time. All right, so now we got to add up these over here. So 211.45 plus 161.70 plus 29.90 plus 83.93. 486 $4,294.98. All right. So now we have to subtract this by our remaining. So that's $708.64 minus $486.98, and that gives us $221.66. So the good thing that happened to us this month is because we didn't pay for the conference, I had money that I'm not already over for my burial expenses, which was a good thing. So what's happening here is now the debt snowball was stayed the same. So I didn't do anything different for this. But what I did do is roll over. Oh, that was spelled right. Whatever the remaining amount was over here. Yeah. So whatever's going to be left after this, that's what's rolling over. So 221.66 minus 50 minus 13.45, 158.52. So then now when I add up this should come to 221.66. So 50 plus 13.45 plus 158.52. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. All right, clearly I always have to just do my Excel spreadsheet because I do not be doing good with the calculator. Like, I don't understand how anyone can mess up calculations with the calculator. Maybe it's just like the type of calculator. Like, I need the one that I can actually see what I'm doing on here. Minus 50 minus 13.45 minus 158.21. Perfect. So all of this equals 221.66, and then this is going to be 0. All right, so did we go over budget in a way? Yes, because I went way over budget on our variable expenses, but it evened out because I didn't have my big conference expense over here. So that's a good thing. All right, so now let's just quickly do our budget for the second paycheck of October, and that will be it. All right, so here is our budget for the second paycheck in October. So starting balance, I've already included our rollover. I've already included what we put towards our mortgage and we put towards our tithes. I don't share that on this channel. Someone asked about that. Yes, we do have a mortgage. But we keep that private. So I do all of the calculations of like what I need to put aside every paycheck. So that way we have our mortgage as well ready to go when it's time to pay it, as well as what we put into our tithes. I keep that private. And this is what our starting balance is. Again, this is also including the rollover that I talked about a couple minutes ago. $2,256.42. Here are our fixed expenses. iCloud, our student loans, $415, Capital One, Invisalign. I'm hoping this is our last month of paying Invisalign. They said that this is my last month of having them, so I go in next week to see if that is going to remain true. I might have to do it for another month. Like, I feel like they always say like, oh, you should be done this time. They did say that though. I already made my appointments, like my retainer and everything will be there, but who knows? It might be another month, but for right now, it would be cool if this Invisalign $310 can then be rolled over into our snowball. So literally all that money will just go to debt. And then our ring is $21.20. And then all of that totals to $983.24. Take that from our starting balance, and I have $1,273.18 remaining. These are our fixed expenses, and you'll see that these numbers are going to be a little bit different. So I'm giving myself a little bit more money in each categories. Number one, because of what happened last week, but number two, I I already did this. It's Sunday. I went and did our like bulk shopping at BJ's. And when I tell you, I had such a good time. We went. There wasn't a lot of people there. It was just my son and I. We walked around. It wasn't crowded. It wasn't overwhelming. I literally used the in-app coupons and saved so much money. I mean, as you can see, last month, we already spent $211.45 just on a week going to multiple different places. I mean, multiple different places and for like multiple different things. And I was able to like get most of our staple stuff for the month at BJ's. So we'll see. I might actually track to see like how long it lasts us, but I got like our toilet paper, our towels, all the things my son needs for snacks for school, for his lunches, some food staples things, like that stuff. I hope it works out. I'm giving myself a little bit more money for eating out. Probably a way too much more money, but we'll just see. Like I kind of wanted this month is like our trial and error. Like what is going to be our happy medium? But also recognizing that like we also need to cut back because more money can then go to our dead snowball. But again, this is our trial period, getting back into it. Gas, I already know that I have to get gas in my car. My husband has to get gas in his car. Personal, giving a little bit more money. My husband uses a little bit more when he's working, like going out and doing the one-off things. So I'm giving us a little bit more money there. Miscellaneous, that's just kind of going to be like our buffer in our account, no matter what, like those random things that come up. And then I have like a bills checking account, like a separate account where I'm putting money aside for those larger bills that are going to be coming up. So, yeah, that's going to happen. So that amount of money is going to go to our bills. That comes to $1,119.95, leaving us with $153. So $100 is going to go to our debt snowball, and $53 is going to go to our emergency fund. And for right now, what I'm doing is I'm just taking that 153 and putting it into a separate account. Like I have multiple accounts in our one checking account, so they're kind of like savings accounts in a way. So I'm putting that in there, and at the end of the month, I'm going to do a big debt snowball payment. I'm going to try that this month. Next month, I'm going to see if I'm going to pay it every paycheck and see which one I like. Again, we're in our trial period trying to figure out what works for us. But for right now, we are doing our zero-based budget. So that is what I am budgeting our paycheck out for this week. Let's see what happens. I literally I find so much joy in seeing where all my money is going, and to be really transparent and realistic, like looking at the expense tracker and seeing just for the beginning of the first 11 days of the month. Oh, that one needs to go in there, but whatever. The first 11 days of the month, what we did, like that. Yeah, it's a good visual representation. Oh, and I also did it on our calendar. So monthly calendar as well. So as you can see, I went in and for every page, every expense, I went in and color coordinated it out on the map. So we'll see at the end of the month a visual representation again, where are we spending our money? So yeah, all of that to say, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely like and comment. How are you doing with your budget? How is your budgeting going? Make sure that if you are not subscribed to the B Fam, join the Joy Fam over here. We have fun. Other than that, have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your week. See ya. Bye-bye.